Do not become a photographer. Do not become a photographer until you have already thought about and assessed these things. There's a lot of things you have to deal with when it comes down to being a photographer, videographer, or even just a service provider. Okay, you need to think about the client. The client is going to come first. Even with the client in their mindset, they're always going to come first. So regardless of what happens to you or what you're dealing with or what goes on in your life, your client's mind, they come first. And you as the service provider, your mindset needs to be the same thing. My client comes first because they are the ones essentially paying your bills. They're the ones essentially helping you elevate and level up. So when it comes to the energy that you give your clients, that same energy will be reciprocated back to you. It directly reflects the respect level that you have. It directly reflects your image. It directly reflects who you are as a person. So if you have good reviews from your clientele, then you must be a good person, right? If you have bad reviews from your clientele, then you must be a bad person. So in order for you to constantly grow your business and get more business and to continue to get more clientele, you have to treat your current clientele and your new clientele with respect, right? So regardless of what happens to you, regardless of what happens in your life, your clients are going to come first, and you need to understand that before you become a photographer. And a lot of people are going to be like, man, F them, blah, blah, blah. Like, you have to, like, I understand it because I feel it a lot. But I have to try to disassociate myself from my emotions and really think about what really matters, right? If I'm able to, I will. If I'm still in good health enough to be able to edit and get these photos out to my clients by the date that I said that I would, then I'm going to do that, right? I got into a car accident the other day, but I know that I made a commitment to my clients. Am I hurting? Yes. Am I in pain? Yes. But am I going to stop? No. Because I signed on that dotted line, the figurative dotted line. When you decided to become a photographer, you decided to get that LLC, or you decided to go all in on this dream, this is what comes with it. This is what you sign up for, because the way that I say it is, it's in your job description. Okay, when you decide to be a photographer or a service provider, you sign your name on that dotted line to provide for your clients, right? To the utmost, to whatever it takes, to do anything for that shot, to do anything for that client, right? To make sure that they are satisfied, because the more to the higher the extent is that you go for your client, the better the review you're gonna get. If we're being real, if you're always pushing and you're doing your best, people cannot help but to see the authentic and genuineness of you. Like, they can't help but to see it, because, man, every time something happens, Taxi still makes sure I get my stuff. Regardless of what he got going on, he's always going to make sure I got it. And guess what that does? That gives you an amazing review. And what does that do? That makes your business grow. Because you lock in and you understand, like, I'm going through this, but I signed up for this. This is quite literally in my job description. Yes, I decided to sign on the dotted line for a job for myself, and I'm working for myself, and I want freedom. But there truly is no freedom when it comes to being a business owner. You're a business owner, you're still capped out at either the amount that you can make, or you're capped out at the amount of lives that you can touch, or the amount of people that you can physically service within a month's basis before you quote, quote, burn out. So you have to take care of the clients that you do have, because when they see that you ride for them, they're going to come back. When they see that you don't give up, you don't stop, no matter what you're dealing with, you still take care of them, make sure that they're straight, they're going to come back. And when the slow seasons come, those are going to be the clients that matter, the ones that come back. When the slow season comes, those are going to be the clients that matter, the clients that come back. Because a lot of the other clients that don't come back, they could be either ones that you didn't leave a good enough taste in their mouth for them. You didn't give them the utmost service. But if every single client you're giving 100% service to, they have no choice but to come back. Because you gave them so much value, you gave them so high quality of a service, and they can't even talk bad about you because you go to extents for them that no other photographer has or will. And that's how I hold myself, because I tell you guys all the time, your image is everything. Okay, so however you hold yourself to a certain standard, you need to hold that same standard and that same image for every single one of your clients and for every single day that you are doing business. Okay, that's why I wear my uniform, because when you see me, you're gonna see that he's in uniform. He takes his job serious. All right, it's not a real job, quote quote, right? But this is my job. I signed up for it because this is in my job description, to show up looking dapper, to show up looking good, to show up looking respectable for my clients, right? Image is everything, right? So if it's your client's first time seeing you, that image is everything. How are they going to perceive you? What experience are you going to give your client for them to take with them to then possibly deposit into other people's brains about you as the photographer? I do so good that my clients leave and they want to talk about me. They want to talk good things. They want to tell their friends. They want to tell their homeworlds. They want to explain their experience to the internet. And that's free marketing. So do not become a photographer until you understand this. You know how they say the customer's always right? Well, damn shit, it's majority, hey, that's basically what I'm trying to say. The customer is usually always right. Like, if they hate the service, the way that you handle that is gonna matter so much. You need to have in your mindset that every client that you have is gonna leave you some type of review, whether they leave a real review or not. Maybe they talk about you behind your back and you don't know it. Are they gonna talk good things or bad things? Like, how can you leave your client with such a good taste in their mouth, even after a bad experience or something that happens and you were able to solve it? You know what I'm saying? Something that you probably didn't like, you didn't want to happen. Maybe it was the weather. Maybe it was something, maybe they hated their edits. How are you able to respond to this thing, right? How are you able to respond to this thing before they leave you? You know what I'm saying? Before they're done with their service, before you're done with the service. How are you able to respond in a positive way to these negative things? It's very hard because we're humans. So when it comes time to like deal with uncertainty or to deal with uncomfortable situations, we either crash out or close up. We're already photographers, so a lot of the time we don't like being out in front. We might crawl into a little hole because we are shooting for passion. I represent the passionated shooters. I don't represent everybody who does this just for the money. I represent those who do it for passion. PNG culture. All right, passion with no gatekeeping. PNG culture. That's who I represent. And if you guys want to be a part of PNG culture, go ahead and join down below in the Discord. It's a free group chat, bro. We talk in there every single day, helping each other. We're passion driven and we give no gatekeeping. All right, everything for free ski. But what I'm saying is what are you gonna leave your, like, how are you gonna leave your client? What taste are they gonna have in their mouth when they leave you and they go to another person, right? Are they gonna want to, you know, replace you with another photographer, or are they gonna leave and be like, bro, I gotta shoot with him regardless of what? Because that's how you build you know how people say a cult following? That is how you build a cult client base. You want to be able to build a cult client base. When they see that you ride so hard for them, they want to return that favor. They see that it's raining and sleet and snow, whatever, you coming, you making it happen. You got into a car accident and you still made it to them, you making it happen. Every time now in the future, they're going to remember that time. They're going to remember that shoot. They're going to remember that because your impression and your image is everything. Okay, they're going to remember exactly what you went through. They're going to remember exactly what you guys were able to get through in order to get to that next step, in order to get to that next level, in order to get to that next shoot, in order to complete that shoot. They're going to remember everything that you did for them, and they're going to come back because your image is everything. Your clientele knows. Your clientele understands. Okay, so a lot of the time clients, you have to think about it. Everyone is selfish, and you can't get mad at them for being selfish because that's what they are, because we're all humans, so we're all selfish, because at the end of the day, we're worried about ourselves. We're not worried about the photographer or another person. We're not worried about how that person got affected. We're worried about how we're affected in the situation. We're worried about how that person's situation affects me and my situation. We're not worried about, you know, is he okay? Oh yeah, he's good. All right, now that he's okay, now me. It goes bum, 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 me. Like, it's like, oh yeah, oh, me. It's going to always go back to them as the person. So if you have it in your mind and you're already expecting your clients to be selfish, you can win the game. Because now you're not blaming them for the problem. You're turning it around. You're saying, okay, I understand this is how they feel. How can I solve this? And can I solve it? And if there's a possibility of you solving it or making the problem right or making it better because you signed up for this, then do so. And it's like, I understand people like, you can't control what you can't control. So you can't control your clients. You can't control your clients' feelings. You can't control your clients' words, their mannerisms, what they say. You can't even control your clients' reviews, right? The only thing you control is what you control, and that's you. So if you decide to spaz or talk BS or say all these words to your clientele, just understand that your image is going to go down with it. That same exact text message that you sent, them same exact words that you said, your image is going to diminish along with that same sentence that you gave to your client. So you need to understand that this is in your job description. You signed up for this, and there is no complaining, bro. You signed up for this. There's no complaining. Yes, some clients can be unreasonable, but that came with your job description. You decided to be a photographer. You decided to be a videographer. You decided to be a content, specialist. You decided to be an artist. You decided to be a service provider. So you're dealing with clientele. And until the day you're done dealing with clientele, you have to deal with this. So you need to understand that everyone is going to be selfish. Your clients are selfish. And if you walk into the shoot knowing that your clients are selfish, how can you help them be selfish? Like reroute, relearn, reteach your brain. How can you help them and allow them to be selfish? How can you allow them to feel better about being selfish, right? How can you allow them to feel better about being selfish? How can you help them? You know, they know that, oh my God, I'm only thinking about this. How do you reassure them? When things happen, do you reach out or do you let them reach out to you? You know what I'm saying? Like those are things you can do too. You can reach out to your clients and like, hey, such and such just happened, but you know I got you. I made my word. You know, stress those things. I told my clients the same way. I just got into a car accident, but I made a word. I made a promise to you to have your daughter's pictures by her birthday. So I'm gonna have those pictures to your daughter by her birthday. I made a promise to you that you're gonna have these photos by graduation. So I'm gonna have these photos to you by your graduation. I made a promise to you that by Mother's Day, that shoot will be done. I made a promise to you that this week, I will make it to that wedding to be able to shoot for you. No matter if I have a car or I don't have a car, what do I have to sacrifice? Do I have to sacrifice money to be able to heal and keep that lasting relationship? Guys, I had a wedding to go to and I got into a car accident and I still made it to the wedding because I know that my word and my image is so much more than the physical things. My word and my image is so much more than the money, because if I can continue to uphold my image and keep my image held to a certain standard, when people view me, they're going to respect me. Because they know that Taxi means business. Taxi stands on business. My photographer stands on business about me. Now they understand that my photographer don't play about me. So do not become a photographer until you're this dedicated, bro. Do not go all in until you understand this fact, because you will begin to self-sabotage yourself. If you become a photographer and not understanding that these things happen with clients, you're not understanding the real, the raw, and the unfiltered about running a business by yourself, you will self-sabotage yourself. And you will be the reason that you fail. You will be the reason that you fail because you don't understand how you need to deal with clientele. You don't understand that these things are going to happen, and you need to understand that when they happen, how you deal with them is what really matters. How do you deal with an uncomfortable situation? How do you deal with a client telling you that they hate their photos? Though they use the word hate. How does that feel to you? Understand that. How do you deal with a client that says, hey, I don't want to do the photo shoot no more? At the time of the shoot, you drive an hour to them, 2 hours to them. You do all this mental preparation, and then you arrive and they tell you that they no longer want to do the shoot, that they're canceling because they don't like the way that the venue looks that they set up, that they don't like the way that things look that they set up, that they planned, that they put together, but they cancel on you after you drove 2 hours and you decided to take your time and really charge all these batteries and make sure that everything was put together in the way that it was supposed to be, but they cancel on you. How are you going to act in that situation? Like, are you ready for that? Like, do you understand that these things happen? You're going to have times where you drive somewhere, you got the deposit, you got the money, money's not an issue. That's when you start to understand that money is really not the issue. You drove 2 hours, they may have given you a full payment or they gave you a deposit. Yeah, you got paid, but I just put miles on my car. I just used the gas in my car. I took time to charge the batteries, pack everything up. I took time out of editing to come in. Like, people don't understand the mental strain that it takes for you to get prepared to do something. You have to mentally prepare yourself to go do something. You don't understand that. You have to think about that when it comes down time to deal with these clients. Are you this dedicated? And if you're not, take a little bit of more time and think about this. Like, do I really want to be a photographer? Do I really want to be a videographer? Do I really want to be a service provider? These are the things that come with it. If you're not able to breathe, woosah, and have a level head when dealing with these clientele, you will not make it in the service providing industry. You won't make it as a photographer. You have this is the number one thing that you always have to deal with is clients. If you're a photographer, videographer, content creator, not content creator necessarily, but a service provider, these are things you got to deal with, bro. These are things you got to deal with. You got to deal with them clients. And you need to be able to deal with them with a level head. You need to be able to deal with them. You need to be able to deal with them with a level head. You need to be able to deal with them with a level head. You need to be able to understand, right? So you need to be able to code switch and understand where they're coming from. What's their point of view? What's their mindset? What are the things that they're possibly thinking or feeling that you could probably relate to? Put yourself in their shoes and to see, how would I want to be responded to? How would I want someone to talk to me? How would I want someone to deal with me if I were to do the same thing to them? How would I want to be talked to? You don't want to be talked to crazy. You don't want nobody to start saying crazy words to you. Bro, because now your image is diminished, bro. The moment you say something out your mouth like that, your image is diminished. You need to take care of your image, right? Sometimes you got to put your pride and your ego to the side. All right. So that way you can continue to get those good reviews. You can continue to grow your business. You can continue to get where you need to go, bro. Because if you can't do this, you're going to self-sabotage yourself. Do not become a photographer until you're able to understand this one thing. Until next time, Taxi. If you're serious about leveling up your photography and content creation, make sure to join PNG Culture, you guys, over on Discord and Patreon. We talk in the Discord community every single day, just helping each other level up our photography and just get better at content creation overall. It's more than just about photography itself. We actually talk about real world problems, real life problems, and just navigating mental health and a whole bunch of different things that come with this entrepreneurship journey, you guys. And then also make sure to check out the Patreon if you guys want a deeper dive on my editing process. Whether you see something really cool on Instagram on my feed and want to know exactly how I did it, I drop the tutorials inside of there. I do different composition editings, like different composites and different things like that. VFX. We also do one-on-one calls in there. Anybody that's in there that's a premium member can get one-on-one calls and one-on-one access to me. I do business growth tips and different help. I just honestly give out all of my knowledge that I have that I'm not able to give out on YouTube. For those that want to dive a little bit deeper and are more serious, I give all of that out on the Patreon channel. So I hope to see you there. Until next time, Taxi.
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now. Until we meet again, I say so long, farewell to you, my friends.